Korean test, and I promised when my friends and I have 100%, my friend's mom and my mom said to go to a roller skate center, and the friends have two because the two is twins, and one is girl and one is boy, and one boy have 100% and I have 100%, but that girl have 90%. But that girl very good at the Korean test, so that girl have 6 times of 100% of that test. So that girl said to their mom, "Mom, I have 100% 6 times, so can I go to a roller skate center too?" So their mom said, "All right then. So today I'm going to a roller skate center, so I'm happy. But I'm going to school too." And today we'll read Magic Tree House stories like yesterday, and Thanksgiving on Thursday. We connect the story of Fred at chapter 8, the first, and the other reading at chapter 10. Okay? And now let's start it. Here we go. And first we can read Magic Tree House Thanksgiving on Thursday, chapter 8, the first. Jack burned his face on their hands. "I don't believe it," he said. "I just burned up the pilgrim's turkey." "Stay calm," said Annie. "I'll get Priscilla." "No, don't tell Priscilla," moaned Jack. "We have to tell Priscilla," said Annie. She hurried out of the house. Jack lifted his head and stared down a burnt turkey. "Oh man," he whispered unhappily. "The pilgrims had worked so hard to their food. They had such a terrible winter, especially Priscilla. And now he had ruined the first Thanksgiving." The door opened. Annie pulled Priscilla over her. "See," said Annie. "Turkey fell into a fire. It burned it up." "I did," Jack confused, and Priscilla just stared at a burnt turkey in a wet, messy hearth. And then she looked at Jack. He looked away from her. "Oh, Jack," Priscilla said softly. "Do you look sad?" He nodded. "I ruined everything," he mumbled. "No, you didn't," said Priscilla. She reached out her hand. "Come." Oh, Priscilla is very, very kind. Priscilla led Jack and Annie out of the bright autumn light. "Look," she said. And Jack saw program women and kids walking to the tables. They all carried a wooden planches and filled with food. "And another house is there cooking also," said Priscilla. Jack saw a roasted ducks, turkeys, and deer meat. He saw a baked fish, lobsters, ears, and clams and oysters. He saw pumpkins, beans and corn, dried plums and berries and roasted nuts, and a steamy pot of soup and puddings, and lots of baked breads. A lot of food to eat here. "He's a very good herbalist this fall," said Priscilla. "We have stored many vegetables, sorted our fish, and carried our meat, and today is a vampire neighbor's bride back 5 deer from the forest for our feast." And Jack was relieved to see all the food. "Oh, Priscilla is very kind, but this really, there are a lot of turkeys and deers. When the one turkey was burning like this, it's alright because we have a lot of turkeys and deers and a lot of fruit and food to eat here. So it's alright." And see, you didn't ruin anything, Jack, she said. "You and Annie have helped me a lot this day. You have both made me laugh, and you have both acted with kind hearts." Jack Jack was amazed. He thought he had been no help at all. Come, said Priscilla. Let us join the others. Aren't you hungry? Jack nodded. Seeing the patterns of a fruit had made really hungry. And he and Annie found that Priscilla is the golden glow of the atom life. And Jack and Annie note of programs and a wampum in a long tables. Priscilla gave Jack and Annie a wooden plant. She gave them a big white cloth napkins, and then she shoveled in plenty of food. Before they started to eat rubber bracelets stood up to speak. Those of us who came of the Mayflower did not know how to get this land, he said. But Sancho came to help us, and today we give thanks for him and for a piece of share with his people, for a great blessing. Governor Brainford looked at Jack and Annie. Welcome to our feast, he said. At this moment, 3 words your word. Our word and the word of the wampum are not 3, they're 1, and the magic of the comedy. Indeed, said Annie. She clapped her hands and looked at Jack. We did it, she whispered. Did what? Said Jack. Grabber bade for him, then put a napkin over his shoulder. Now, he said, our feast will be berries, fields, and everyone started to eat. And Annie leaned close to Jack. We found a special magic, she whispered. A magic of a candy. Remember of a remind? She whispered to Morgan's words. To find a special magic when we were told or done, gather together. Turn 3 words into 1. Oh yeah, Jack and Annie found a magic. So Jack and Annie need to go home now and take the research book and take a lot of magic to Morgan for Morgan's library. We can go home now, said Annie. No way, said Jack. We have to eat first. Oh, I think at another book, Jack said, oh, we found a magic, so we can go home now. But Annie said, not yet, Jack. We need to join in this parade like that. But now, Annie said, we have to go home now. And Jack said, no, we need to eat first. Oh, Jack and Annie must be very, very hungry. And Jack and Annie used their fingers to pick up their food. They ate and ate and ate. Jack tired everything on a plate except a little bit of an eel and 2 clams. Everything he did eat, he liked even a turnips. Oh, turnip might be vegetables, right? And I think Jack didn't like vegetables, but Jack even eat a turnip. Wow, good try, Jack. And food really tastes good, he thought as he chewed. And when you eat it outside on a beautiful day with a lot of nice people. Now chapter 9, good day. Slowly the feast came on an end. The kids and wiped their plates and they lapped up a bit of the bread and they wiped his hands and faces with their napkins. And Jack and Annie stood up. We have to go home now. Annie said to Priscilla, oh, you must go back to a 1 and a comedy now, said Priscilla, and Jack noted. She kissed Priscilla on his cheek. Thanks for everything, Annie said, and Jack wanted to kiss Priscilla, but he was too shy. Thanks, Priscilla, he said. I thank thee, Jack, she said, and then she leaned over and kisses his cheek, and Jack felt his face grow red. Excuse me, sir, Annie said to Governor Bedford, but we must leave now. Oh, but we didn't have the take a D. How to grow corn, said a little girl, Mary. Sancho stood up. Come, he said. I will walk Jack and Annie back to the forest. I will teach them. Oh, don't have to do that, Jack said quickly. We had feared that once they were alone, Sanko had to figure it out. They never met before, but Sanko only smiled and waved for them to follow. Bye, everyone, said Annie, waving. And Jack waved too, but the programmer Wampum waved back at them. A skinny duck broke, and Sanko led Jack and Annie away from a village through the autumn woods. As they passed a cornfield and a dragged stork away in the breeze, he made a Swanko sound. And as Swanko was stopped walking, he pointed to a field. You must plant the corn up a spring, he said. But the seeds in the ground, when the oak tree bird was as small as a mouse ear. Oh, wait, please, said Jack. They slipped in a notebook and out a pencil up his back. And he was the first time he'd had a chance to take the notes on a day. He wrote how to plant a corn on a tree bud and mouse ear. Oh, mouse's ear. Good. And then he looked up Sanko and noted his holes have two rotting fish in each hole, said Sanko. Rotting fish, said Annie, making a face. Yes, rotting fish is a good food for our soil, said Sanko. Top of the fish, place flour corn seeds. When the cover with a dirt, said Jack quickly Jack quickly note 2 rotting fish and 4 corn seeds covered with dirt. Oh, the seeds covered with dirt? It might be very dirty, but good to plant. I got it, he said, looking up. I give you this corn seeds to take home, said Sanko. He held up a small pouch. Thanks, said Annie, taking a pouch. Thanks a lot, said Jack. Well, goodbye. And Jack was eager to get going before Sanko could ask him questions about the past. Wait, I have a question, said Annie. Sanko, why did you say you remember us? Sanko's dark eyes twinkled. I don't say I remember you, he said. I only say I remember. What did you remember? Said Annie. I remember what it was like to be from a different world, said Swanko. Long ago I lived with my people in a shore, but one day the man in the ships, took me to a Europe safe, and that new land I was a stranger, felt different and afraid. I saw a same ear of the eyes today, so I tried to help you, and he smiled. We thank thee, she said, and now you must be kind to those who feel different and be afraid, said Swanko. Remember what you feel today. Indeed, said Jack. Before closing the notebook, he added the last thing. Be kind to those who feel different and afraid. Swanko bowed. Good day, Jack and Annie, she said. Good day, they said, and Swanko turned and headed back to the village. And the sun was setting. A powder of a primo was lit and a pretty light. It was a good day, said Annie. Yeah, it was, said Jack. And Annie sighed. Ready to go home, she said. Indeed, said Jack. And they started running to the woods, and they felt a crunchy of red and yellow leaves, and they scrambled up a rope ladder to their tree house. From a distance there came sounds of the programs singing a hymn and a wampum, beating their drums, and they picked up the Pennsylvania book. He pointed to the picture of a Frog Creek woods. I wish you could go there, she said. Goodbye, Procilla, Jack called. Goodbye, Sanko, said Annie. Goodbye, everyone, and the wind started to blow, and the treehouse started to spin. And it spun faster and faster, and everything was still, absolutely still. Now, chapter 10, Thankful, and tomorrow we started at chapter 10, and they're reading the story, but it's just one chapter to read, so a new book and new story will become tomorrow. Okay, and Thank you for coming to my YouTube. And did you have fun? Reverse English Conjure come back with some bad book on Facebook. And our new stories will be come tomorrow, so you'll be very excited. And please thumbs up my YouTube and